Now on Newsday TV, ready, set, shop. Black Friday has arrived. Are you shopping here at Roosevelt Field Mall today, or maybe you are home on your couch? It's Friday, November 29th. I'm Shari Einhorn. Long Islanders are out looking for big deals today. Here's a look at some of the lines early this morning at the Kohl's in Oceanside. Stores and shopping malls across the island open their doors early, hoping to lure inflation-wary shoppers with sales. We caught up with some early morning bargain hunters this morning at Roosevelt Field Mall.
The steals and the deals. Trying to spend as much money as possible for as little.
My toddler daughter, I have a new nephew that was just born, so I'm going to buy like a lot of gifts for him, and then also coats and stuff that I know that he's not going to buy for himself.
The 5-day period between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday is declining in significance, though, as retailers offer deals weeks earlier. But Black Friday is still the most popular day for holiday shopping. You can read more about Black Friday deals and see Newsday's gift guide on Newsday.com. Just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. With all the shopping going on, Amazon workers in more than 20 countries, including here in the U.S., are holding protests. Organizers say the planned Make Amazon Pay demonstrations are intended to, quote, hold Amazon accountable for labor abuses, environmental degradation, and threats to democracy. Workers are planning protests or to go on strike between today, which is Black Friday, and Cyber Monday. Only in Newsday, new pushback to a new state law banning pet stores from selling dogs, cats, and rabbits. How much are those doggies in the window? It doesn't really matter. Come December 15th, when a new state law goes into effect, pet stores like this one will no longer be allowed to sell dogs, cats, or rabbits. With the deadline looming, there are only a few furry, four-legged friends left for sale here at the Puppy Experience in Aquabog.
We have no choice but to shut down.
Manager Jenna Rausch insists they're one of the good guys getting stuck in the middle of a fight between the government and so-called puppy mills. She says switching from pet sales to supplies only just isn't realistic for them.
We're on prime real estate. This is not feasible to sell leashes and collars and pet supplies and make enough money to keep up with this rent.
The new law, called the Puppy Mill Pipeline Act, was passed in 2022.
It was time for New York to stand up and say no more to animal abuse, and this is one way of doing it.
Come on. Officials here at the Smithtown Animal Shelter say they support anything that shifts the focus from buying to rescuing.
We're in a bit of a crisis. We are overwhelmingly full. We have had a huge influx, and it is sad to say we have more coming in than we have going out right now.
A lawsuit has already been filed on behalf of several pet stores, calling the ban unconstitutional and seeking an injunction to block it. Long Island Assemblywoman Jody Giglio tells Newsday, I fear that banning pet stores will leave New Yorkers with no other alternative than to go online and order a pet. I think it's going to fuel the puppy mills. Pet stores could face penalties of up to $1,000 per violation. Paul Robinson of Southampton says he's purchased a dog from a breeder, from a pet store, and adopted from a rescue, and feels strongly that while government should have a say in some parts of life,
when it comes to the selection of a pet, for my grandchildren, I just don't think it's appropriate.
You can read more about this story on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Only in Newsday, the number of women getting abortions appears to have increased here in New York. The uptick comes after the Supreme Court rolled back federal abortion protections. In our state, abortions went from more than 63,000 in 2021 to more than 72,000 in 2022. And estimates say the numbers have continued to grow. Abortion advocates, physicians, and researchers say the rise is driven by several factors, including New York's increased abortion protections. A woman is being held without bail this morning, accused of stabbing her 84-year-old mother to death in Dix Hills. Diana Becatoros of Queens was arraigned yesterday. Police say she killed her mother, Josephine Becatoros, on Wednesday night at her mom's home on Carmen Court in Dix Hills. And a Shirley man is due back in court on Tuesday, accused of stabbing two men at a Patchogue bar. Brandon Weyer was arraigned yesterday. Police say he was among a group of people involved in a fight at Village Idiot Pub around 12:30 yesterday morning. The victims survived. Dining sheds are coming down today, just as many Long Islanders are heading into the city for the holidays. Restaurant sheds across the 5 boroughs must come down today. The structures that meet the city's new regulations will be allowed to reopen in April. About 3,000 restaurants submitted applications for sidewalk or roadway seating sheds. During COVID, there were about 12,000 offering outdoor dining. Only in Newsday, it's a big day for tree hunting on Long Island. Elisa DiStefano has a look at what you should look for if you're cutting down your own tree this year.
That smell.
The Christmas smell.
There's nothing like that Christmas smell.
The field is full at Shamrock Christmas Tree Farm in Mattituck. It's back to business as usual after a tree shortage forced the farm to close last season.
We lost an entire year. It was a big setback. But this year we have 2 tractor trailers of pre-cuts coming in and 2,200 trees in this field, and we're ready to go.
So these are all
Douglas fir.
And they range in size.
Yeah, it's genetic diversity. You'll get some trees that are just a little bit over 8 feet probably, and you'll have some trees in here that might be 6. There are some trees that are about 11 or 12 feet back here. When we look on the inside of these trees, you will see some brown needles.
So does that mean it's...
This is absolutely normal. These are secondary growth needles. This is 3 years ago, the growth. The needles will turn brown and die out. We have a shaking machine up at the farm, so when we cut these, we bring them up to the shaking machine, it shakes this tree, and then it will knock out all of these little dead needles from the inside of the tree, so you don't track it into your house.
So don't judge your tree by its needles.
These are fresh. These are in the ground, they're rooted, they're irrigated throughout the drought, and these are as fresh as you're gonna get.
The farm is a full family experience that will get you in the holiday spirit.
We have a fire pit, we have a farmer's market, so we have wine. You can sit and drink wine by the fire pit and listen to Christmas carols.
There are plenty of photo ops on Dasher, on Dancer, sit in Santa's sleigh. And this is so much fun. Take a train ride around the farm and see all the beautiful trees. And find the perfect ornament for your tree in their gift shop. There are so many holiday treasures in here too.
But of course, the main attraction is picking your perfect tree. Elisa DiStefano, Newsday TV.
Good job, Elisa. For a list of places to cut down your own tree, you can go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. And in other holiday happenings, late tomorrow afternoon is the annual lighting of the Montauk Point Lighthouse. And also tomorrow night, the leg lamp lighting in Northport. The tradition now in its 19th year. It's a nod to the movie A Christmas Story.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Is your fridge full of leftovers? Don't worry, Elisa DiStefano can help in today's Feed Me TV.
Come with me to 317 Main Street in Farmingdale, where Chef Eric Levine shared a delicious leftover recipe.
So what we're going to do is show you a way to utilize turkey, cornbread stuffing, cranberries. And we're going to use some of the pulled turkey leftover, cornbread stuffing, a little bit of celery, carrot, onion. And you can either use leftover stock, or if you wanted to make it different, you can use a little bit of gravy. Ooh. So you'll mix that until it binds up together, and then you'll let it rest for about an hour. Once that hour is done, we take a little bit of the mixture, right? roll into a ball. Now the important thing here is one hand's wet and one hand is dry. Because you know how people get that all clumpy.
Yeah.
You use the idea. So this is my dry hand, and then I put it into the egg wash.
Okay,
right?
so that's just, what is that?
This is just a little bit of egg, a little bit of water. That's it. A little bit of salt in there. Look at it, make sure that's coated well, and then in the panko. In the panko, if you wanted to, and again, I'm using my dry hand for this, if you wanted to add some chopped sage to it, you can. And then you could either fry it in a regular pot with oil at 350, or what you could do is bake it. And if you bake it, less saturated fats, a little bit healthier, but at that point in time, who cares? It's turkey, right? So we took some of our leftover cranberry sauce, and then we're gonna make an aioli, and this is just a mayonnaise base, right? Just a little bit of kosher salt, white pepper, right? And they're just gonna mix it. Again, a way to utilize everything that's left over from Thanksgiving, and it kind of gives you the spirit of what's coming, which is Christmas. So if you see, it's like a wreath.
Yeah, I like that.
And for more exclusive Feed Me stories like this one, just go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Checking out your hyper-local Black Friday forecast, a chillier day on tap and breezy across the island. Here is your day planner. Mostly sunny today, highs in the mid-40s in Ronkonkoma. Tomorrow, mostly sunny again and colder, highs around 40. Looking at your 7-day forecast, you can see even colder on Sunday.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
I'm Sherry Einhorn. Thanks for watching.